can have an opinion.
You clean a white man's
You can have an
That's how you
opinion,
get there.
but you're
And
being extremely racist.
You wipe out everybody else.
So
That's
calm
racist.
down.
Freedom of
Yes,
expression.
freedom
of expression.
You can express
freedom of
things,
expression.
but simultaneously, some opinions that you will express will get you in trouble.
No, it's not.
So,
No.
you are being filmed.
No, I don't care.
The world will see this.
There's no problem.
Okay, fine. Then tell the world your name.
I work with,
Tell the world your name, and also tell them why you're being racist.
I've had employment disputes with these people.
Okay,
But I
so
want my case.
here's the issue.
That's the fairness of the British
Just
system.
because
The
you
British
had
system
a
is fair.
disappointment
And then I will take out all
with
the
somebody,
Patels. You know, the
that
dirty
does not
Patels.
mean
Dirty
that
Patels.
you
I
can
told
then
them
go
before,
ahead and
dirty
then
people.
insult other people
They're dirty.
because
I told them
he
before.
was not involved directly.
I told
So
them before.
what you're doing is literally racist.
No,
because
we're all racist.
you
Don't
had
ever
an
say- don't ever say
okay.
that.
Now
we have
here's
a
the
pre-
issue.
we have a prejudice.
If we're all racist,
We're all racist.
I am not going to run around like you are and start taking out my anger on a select group of people on everybody else in that country. You're being racist.
Have you been to India before?
And that is not
Have you been
good.
to India before?
That has nothing
he
to
himself
do
escaped from
with
India,
what I just said.
From the Hindu government. You escaped
That
from the Hindu
has
government.
nothing to
And
do
that's
with what I
official.
said.
You did escape. You
You're-
did escape. How did he get to this country?
You have a problem
How did he get
here.
your visa? How did he get your
You
visa?
have a problem
How did
here.
he get your visa?
Why
Because
is
you
the
said,
problem?
Oh, they were saying,
Hold on a second. No.
Because what was Rishi
You
Sunak
talked
saying?
about your
Stop the
issue.
boots, stop
Your
the
issue
boots,
supposedly
stop the boots,
is that
stop the
you
boots.
dealt with
What
some
was Rishi Sunak
people
saying? Stop
who
the boots,
did
stop the
something
boots.
wrong to you.
This is not your
So
country.
now
The
suddenly
British Empire brought us to this
you have an
country.
issue.
Don't ever think this is your country.
Okay, first of
Because
all,
this country belongs
the
to
British
me.
Empire didn't bring
Yes,
anybody
actually,
here.
it did, actually.
No, if you
Yes.
actually read your history,
No,
you
no,
would
no, no,
know that in the time of the empire, they severely restricted
And
the number of colonists that could come over here from colonies.
I won't be lectured by a black man.
Okay, great. So are you gonna tell me how you hate black people? Awesome. Okay.
Slave.
All right. Wait, come back. So now you've gone from Indians to black people. Okay, fine. Well, I'm black, so let's talk about it. What's your dispute with black people?
Because you're sticking up for him.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're sticking up
So
for him.
what?
Because
Your issue with him. Your issue with him makes no sense. Your issue with him makes no sense. Your issue with him is that there were people supposedly who are doing you wrong at work. So now you're coming here and insulting him. That doesn't make any sense.
What was Sunak saying?
So-
Stop the boats.
That doesn't make any sense. So
Look, you kissed the white man's ass. You kissed the white
Don't-
man's ass.
don't-
Yeah, you
don't-
see, you
don't
know,
bother with
because
it.
I know how you work in the workplace. You
Hold on a
you spy
second.
for the white
Hold
man.
on
You
a
spy for
second.
them. You
Hold on
spy
a
for them.
second.
They're spies.
Hold on a
They're fucking
second.
spies. I know. Oh,
So,
that's how they
there-
get promotion.
there are
and everything.
clearly
They're the
issues
laziest
with
people.
you.
They're the laziest
So-
people. I know the Indians. They're the laziest people. How did they get to there? Because
there
they
are
eat the
clearly
white man's
issues
fucking
that you're
ass. You
having
lick the white man's
at
ass.
work.
You do.
And so, because you're disgruntled
hold
at
on.
work,
For how
you're
many-
going around now
No.
and insulting
No.
every
What?
Indian you see. My friend,
Yes.
that's insanity.
What?
That's insanity.
No, it's not.
Just because somebody irritates you in the workplace doesn't then give you license to go and insult every person from that group. For example, I'm sure the ones you're having issues with at work are all men. Do you go around insulting all men as a result? No. So please,
hold on, sir.
you're being insane.
No, I'm not being
Calm
insane.
down.
Look, I'm not being insane. Listen, look, Banana, what do you
You're
think
still
the
being
best
so
is?
again.
I'm not a slave.
Why
You're
are
like
you
slaves
doing
in the
that?
workplace. You're slaves in the
I
workplace.
don't
I
understand
don't
what
dispute
I
that.
don't get what your problem is here.
No,
I don't understand what your problem here.
It's true. How did you get to this country?
Listen,
And they
if
say, oh, and they say, you know what Shalini
if
says?
your
Oh,
problem
they need to go back to the
if your
country.
problem
How did
is
you get to this
with
country?
white people,
Yeah.
okay, then that's a problem that you
How did they
have,
get to this country?
right?
Because they're
You're the
no,
one.
Mother, they're the ones saying, oh, send them back,
Well,
send them back.
He definitely doesn't like you.
No, excuse me.
So,
Excuse me. What was Rishi Sunak saying? Send them back.
what
Who's he
does
talking
Rishi
about?
Sunak have
Who
to
was he-
do
who's he
with
talking
this
about? The
scenario?
Muslim, the Muslim.
What does
Send
he
them back.
have
The
to do
government
with
said
this
as well.
scenario?
And Prita Patel.
What does he
Send them
have
back.
to do with the
Excuse
scenario?
me. They think they're
You don't
you're
work
you're
with
not
him.
You're not supremacists.
Your issue is that the people you're working with are giving you a hard time.
No,
So have the
I've
issue
gone. I've left
with
that.
the people.
I've left that place.
Not
I've left that
everybody.
place.
Okay.
I've left that place for my
if
sanity.
you've left that place,
Yes.
well, clearly your sanity is not intact because now
Don't attack my sanity. They always attack me.
You
sanity.
are-
Because look, I can respond to you whatever question you
Go-
give me
okay.
because I speak the better English
So
than you.
respond
Don't ever,
to this. if your sanity is intact, explain how, number one, you were insulting my friend just because of his ethnicity, and then you went on and called me a slave because I was black.
Yes.
If you are saying, if you're saying, explain that, please. If you're saying,
regardless of your
if you're saying, explain that.
And someone's right,
because clearly you're insane, which is the issue.
Tell that to your mom.
No. You are the one. So, for example,
I'm not saying the new.
My mother isn't the one here attacking people because
why are you
of their
advocating
ethnicity.
for an Indian man?
You are.
Why are you advocating for an Indian man?
There is nothing inherent about Indians.
They're dangerous people.
That means that you cannot advocate for them.
Go work with the Bangladeshis and Pakistanis and
There
Indians.
is,
They talk their language in their workplace.
It's the same problem. The issue that you're having is you are disgruntled at work, and it's clearly had mental ramifications on you. That's why you've lost your mind.
No, your mom's lost her mind. Your mom's lost her mind.
Because of work. So clearly,
don't ever question
you have.
me.
No, I'm questioning you.
I'm more saying than you.
No, you're not. Because look at you. You're literally, yes, it's a hand, great. So here's the issue.
Come.
Wallahi. Okay.
Look, I'll give you.
So,
you know how many people are beating up the speaker's corner? Wallahi, lost count. I'm beating up so many bitches.
All right.
Bitches.
Well,
Wallahi, so many bitches.
You can beat
bitches.
Well,
there's so many bitches.
So
hey,
in Speaker's Corner,
behave yourself.
we're not here to be beaten up by insane men.
No,
so if you're going to be insane, go and be insane elsewhere.
What's the mental health rate of the black man?
It's very clear that your mental health rate has to be the worst in the UK.
No. What's the statistics?
So it appears that your issue is that you were traumatized at work.
No. I'm an African man.
And then you left your work because you were discharged for being mentally incapable of dealing with your scenario.
I want the statistics.
So now, because you've lost your mind, you decided to come over here to Speaker's Corner and start to insult people. Well, clearly you are insane because your issue is that you are essentially hating people because of their ethnicity. My friend, you are clearly not sane.
I've had legal disputes with them.
Please go ahead, check yourself in to a hospital.
Look at this guy.
You need some medication. You are far
too
hyped currently. It's a cold day. Take a chill pill. Or maybe don't drink so much. So caffeine is not going to help you if you are having a mental relapse. If you're having a relapse, go to a hospital, get yourself sectioned, drink some water.
Really? Section?
Yes.
So funny.
If supposedly you have beat up people in Speaker's Corner, I think you need to be in a straitjacket.
Okay, do you know what's mine? Okay, can I ask you a question? Who's mine? Who's mine? Who's mine?
Nothing you're saying makes sense.
Who's mine? Okay.
Nothing you're saying makes sense.
It does make sense.
I don't understand you.
What's mine?
Very clearly, the fact that you keep fidgeting
I want to know what's mine.
is a showcase that you are insane.
No, I'm not insane.
So, because you're insane, if you would like, I can call the ambulance for you. And then they can take you away.
Well, you're funny.
Because clearly,
why are you funny? Why are you so funny?
You're finding me funny. I'm trying to help you, but it's very clear that you've lost your mind.
No, I'm not crazy.
Because look, you're fidgeting.
You're crazy.
You're drinking caffeine.
You're crazy.
I think your pupils are dilated right now.
Look at your,
I don't understand why.
Look at your pupils.
No,
your
by
eyes
dilated, I mean
massive.
that there's a bright light.
Look at your eyes.
No, my eyes are big, but your pupils are dilated.
I want to ask you a question.
You are having a mental break.
No, I'm not.
What's your name?
Are you crazy?
How old are you?
No, are you crazy?
Let me help you out.
Are you crazy?
Because I'll need these details when the police stroke ambulance shows over. What's your name? How old are you?
Can I respond?
Name and age,
Can I respond
please.
to you? Can I respond this? Can I respond to you?
Okay.
Can I respond to you?
Respond this.
Can I respond to you?
I want you to respond to this.
Can I respond?
What is your mental state?
You're a Satanist.
As of the time when you left your house to come to this corner, have you previously ever been checked for mental health issues in the past?
You're a Satanist.
Okay.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Hold on a
because you're not
second.
answering my question. I'm not going to ask you a question.
So, you haven't asked me a question.
I'm not going to ask you a question.
You've made a claim.
I'm not going to make...
You said I'm a Satanist.
Yes.
You don't even know what that is.
Yes, I don't know what it is.
Okay, so then clearly you're just accusing people of things because you've lost your mind.
No, I haven't lost my mind. What's your name?
I take it back.
What's your name?
My name's David.
What's my name?
I take it back. You're not actually racist. You're just insane.
No, this is a lie. Okay, you actually... You've calmed me down, actually. Let me give you my response. I'm not a racist, but let me just explain. No, I'm not insane. Let me just explain myself. Let me just explain myself. I've had an employment dispute recently with my former employer.
That has nothing to do with what you're doing today.
It does.
So, my friend, for example, say I have an issue with you from our conversation today.
Okay.
And then suddenly I go to harassing people from your home country. That's insanity. And that's what you're doing. So stop it.
Okay, but don't question my sanity.
Well, I would have no reason to question it if you act insane.
No, but he switched. Look, sometimes, I was here in Speaker's Corner. They like to touch buttons.
Did you hear me?
They like to touch buttons.
Did you hear me?
They like to touch buttons.
Did you hear me?
They're chugging me.
By the way, I don't know your name yet.
No.
I gave you mine.
It's Adam.
Okay, Adam.
Now they're chugging
Did you hear me? Adam, did you hear me?
But you trigger my...
Adam, I
asked
asked
triggers.
you a question.
Yes,
triggers. Everybody has triggers.
His triggers.
Your trigger appears to be simply somebody appearing to be from a certain country. That's insane. You called me a slave a few minutes ago. Why would you do that?
Hold on. I'll take that back.
Just because I'm black.
Hold on. I'll take that back. But why I said that?
Okay.
You're advocating for this guy.
I forgive
why are
you.
you advocating for that?
Now, next step, apologize to him, please.
No, I don't need to.
Okay.
You're not my teacher.
Okay.
You're not my teacher.
I'm not your teacher.
Because you don't know what he said over there.
However,
you know how it started.
you can learn something from anybody. Would you not agree?
I agree with that. Sir.
Okay.
But
so what I'm teaching you today has to be civil. So please apologize to him.
I don't need to apologize. Look, I told you're not my teacher.
You don't need to.
You're not my teacher.
But to be courteous and to show that you're sane,
I refuse that.
Apologize.
Because how did it start? Ask him how it started. Because he's going about
I
saying,
guarantee
that
you.
pastors don't rape little kids.
I guarantee you.
Don't rape little kids.
So
your priests and your bishops.
I guarantee you that
kids.
however it started, he
started
said nothing about your ethnic background. I guarantee you.
Excuse me. Look.
But then you chose.
Excuse me. The whole system.
Hey, Adam, come back here.
The whole system.
Adam, come back here. Adam, come back here. Come back here.
The whole system.
Adam, I guarantee you that he said nothing about your ethnic background.
Because look,
you simply chose to attack him based on that.
You're authoritarian. Because he's asking me to
Adam,
apologize to him.
I have manners.
No, you don't. Look.
Okay.
So,
now,
me.
Adam, I come here and I engage with people.
Here's free for all.
It's a free for all. Yes. You can come and put forward your opinion.
Yes.
However, there are certain boundaries that when you pass, you will face consequences for those things.
No,
so, for example, in this country, we have laws against the kind of discrimination you're espousing.
No, this is
you're literally espousing hatred.
No, it's not.
This
is
free speech and hate speech are not synonymous.
It's the same. Excuse me, sir. It's the same.
Free speech and hate speech are different.
Free speech, sir. Freedom of expression.
For example, no,
freedom of expression.
you can express
I don't have to like
yourself.
I don't have to like Indians.
That is fine.
I don't have to like Indians.
But for you to then go and claim that you hate him because of his ethnicity, that is bordering on hate speech.
Look, it doesn't. No, it's not.
That's bordering on discrimination.
Who was ignorant?
That's bordering on racism.
Who's Enoch Powell?
You're literally over the line now.
No, I'm not.
So, to bring yourself back onto the line of sanity,
I'm not going to apologize.
You're going to have to go and apologize.
I will not. I refuse to apologize.
Then you're not sane.
Because you're authoritarian.
Either you're a hateful person.
Are you not authoritarian?
Either you're a hateful person or you're insane.
I will not take your orders.
Which one is it?
I will not take your orders.
I'm not ordering you to do anything.
Me.
I am simply telling you to showcase the fact that you are not insane.
Stop being a dictator.
I am challenging you to showcase you're not insane.
You're a dictator. What's the meaning of a
dictator?
dictator?
Either you're insane.
No, I'm not. Look at
or you're a racist.
Stop going around in circles.
What are you?
No, stop going around in circles.
Are you an insane racist?
Look,
you could have both.
Look,
we've had them in the past.
I'm prejudicial. I don't like. Look, I don't have to like Indians.
So you're going
yourself.
Beyond prejudice.
They don't like black people.
Well, you don't either.
No.
Because you just called me a slave. So take this. I have never been called a slave by an Indian. But I have by you. So what does that make you?
What does that make me? A servant of God.
Okay.
Yes.
Which God?
Which God? There's only one God.
Which is?
You know yourself, there's only one God.
Which is?
They'll come to me with your Trinity.
Which is?
They'll come to me with your Trinity.
Oh, so you don't believe in the Trinitarian God?
No.
Which God do you believe in?
There's only one God. You know yourself, there's only one God.
Which God is that?
And he cannot have partners.
Do you want to say his name? Are you afraid to say his name?
He cannot have partners.
Is your God the boogeyman? You can't say his name. Is he Candyman? You can't say his name, stands in the mirror. What is he?
Look, young man.
What God do you subscribe to? Because I want to know what God allows you to talk the way you're talking right now.
Everybody talks like this.
No, I want to know what God allows you.
Go online.
So this God you serve, does he have any rules for you to follow?
Look, look, what?
This God you follow, who is it?
You know who he's talking about? I said, look, I'm not from Pakistan. Go tell the Pakistanis.
Who is your
Go tell
God?
the Pakistanis what they're doing there in mosque.
Adam.
Go tell the Pakistanis.
Adam.
Go tell the Pakistanis.
Adam.
He was talking about, look, it's a rivalry between...
Who is your God?
He was talking about the rivalry between India
Adam,
and Pakistan. That's why how the argument
you claim
started.
to be a servant of God.
Yes.
Which God are you serving? Racism? Is that your God?
Look,
being prejudiced, is that your God?
excuse me.
Insanity, is that your God?
Define racism.
What's your God?
We're all racist. Everybody's racist.
What's your God?
Everybody's racist. I've lived here most of my life. Maybe 35 years.
Okay, so Adam.
Everybody's racist.
Adam.
Don't ever try to say to
Adam.
that the Indian man is racist. No,
Adam.
What does Garia mean?
Adam.
What's the black man? What do you call the black man?
Adam.
Did I say anything to you?
No, what would you call the black man?
Adam.
Did I?
Excuse me, I know the language very
Adam.
well. The Gujarati language. What do you call the black
Adam.
man?
Get over here.
Garia. Yeah.
Adam.
Excuse me. And what do you call
Adam.
the white man? Doria. Well, I know these people.
Adam.
Look, excuse me, they're very smart.
Adam.
That's how they.
What is Garia?
That's
Adam.
smart. Yeah, Garia means black. It means black. It means black. They say that
Adam.
They say that in the workplace. That's wrong. It's wrong.
Adam.
That's why I would say speak English. Speak English in the workplace.
Adam.
Speak English in the workplace. What do you think of that?
Which
What do you think of
God
that?
do you serve?
What do you think of that?
So you're unwilling to tell me which God you serve.
Excuse me. I don't like to. Personally, I don't like to talk about religion here because.
Well, you brought it up. I didn't.
I know
You said
I
that
know-
you were a servant of God. I asked you which God. Now,
I know
do
Christians.
you want to remove that? Do you want to claim you're not a servant of God?
But you're a Christian.
I
know-
want to know which God you're serving that lets you act the way you do. That's all.
I have a right to act the way anyway I like. Excuse me.
You have a right to, but what does your God demand of you?
Excuse me.
Does your God demand anything of you?
Hold on, sir. Look, we're all racist.
Does your God demand anything of you? Adam,
Like, everybody's racist.
Adam, come back here.
Excuse me, this whole.
Adam.
The whole. Excuse me, the British system
Adam.
is based on racism. What are you talking about? I've been there most of my life.
Adam, Adam,
The whole system.
Adam.
The whole system stinks.
You
I refuse to
are the
apologize to you.
only racist I've met at this
I
corner.
called you slave, is it?
You are the only one I have met at this corner who attacks people for basis of their ethnicity. I have never seen that before in this corner. Only you do that.
No,
So
excuse me.
clearly, you're not indicative of the UK. In fact, you're going against the values of the UK. So I don't know where
What values are you talking about?
the values of, for example,
No.
equality for all people.
Sir.
For
I
example,
support Tommy Robinson.
within a
I support
workplace.
Tommy Robinson and Bob as well.
Have
Bob is the biggest racist. What are
have
you talking
you
about?
answered-
Bob's the biggest racist. Bob the
So,
builder.
Bob isn't
the builder.
racist.
He's the biggest racist.
No,
what are you
he's
talking
not.
about? He's the ones that
Have
are
you answered
extreme
what
Christian.
God you serve?
He's extreme Christian.
Well, you
Look
see.
at this. Look, this is why. Look.
Well,
this-
you see.
this is why- That's why I take issue with it.
Whatever you are,
That's why I take issue.
whatever pagan religion you follow,
but this is why I take issue.
you're an extremist in that religion too.
this is why I take-
because look at how you're behaving.
No, but look, I take an issue with the people like you as well. Look, that's not racist because both of us were from different parts of the world. Because I know.
Well, you called me a slave. I didn't call you a slave.
I don't know what part of the world you're from.
So
I don't know if you're from
why would you call me a slave?
I don't know if you're from Canada. I don't know if you're
I
from
know
the
you
Caribbean.
apologize. Why'd you call me a slave?
Because I've seen it with, through experience. People from the Caribbean, especially.
Through experience, you look at a black person and you think slave.
Because I've seen with the Caribbean, they always they follow the white man.
How
as
do you
well.
know I'm from the Caribbean?
You follow the white man.
How do you know
Same
this?
with the Nigerians as with the Ghanaians.
How do you know this?
Through experience.
How do you know I'm Nigerian or Ghanaian?
Experience. That's the only way.
Experience.
I look. I study society. I study. What's the study of society? I'll give you a question there. Tell me.
The study of society.
What is it, sir? Give me. What's the ology? The ology, please.
So
Sociology.
you refuse
Have you
to
studied-
answer
have you studied
my
soci-
question.
have you studied sociology before?
And you want me to answer your question
Because-
about theology.
Yeah, please.
When will you answer mine regarding what God you serve?
You know, I told you before, I don't like to talk about religion here.
You brought it up.
He pressed that buttons. He pressed my buttons.
You brought it up.
But he pressed my buttons.
No. You're
He pressed
talking
my buttons.
to me.
No, but he
You were
pressed my
talking to
buttons.
me. I asked you a question, and your response was I'm a servant of God. So you brought it up, not him.
No, but he look. We were talking about actually religion over there, and then he's talking about Pakistan. I told him I'm not from Pakistan. I don't care what the Pakistanis doing in Pakistan. I would say that to a Pakistani. I'm not from Pakistan, but then I can see why he was talking about Pakistan because Indians and Pakistan they're biggest rivals. They have very bad relations.
What does that have to do with you? You're neither. So why do you care?
Why do I care? So I told him go tell that to a Pakistani. That's how the argument started.
Well, so again,
And then he was spitting down Islam. Yes.
Ah, so you're a Muslim
You're sympathizing
or a
Islam.
sympathizer of Islam. Is that what you are?
Look, who's putting down Islam?
Well,
I'm
I don't agree with Islam.
I'm a defender of Islam, and you're
Ah,
Look,
perfect. So you've inadvertently told me what God you serve.
I'm
So you
defending Islam.
serve Allah, is that correct?
Of course, yes.
Okay, now, is Allah a God that allows you to be outwardly racist?
To be honest, Islam is against racism, but
Is
remember-
it?
Yes, it is against racism.
But
Because
Muhammad owned and sold black slaves, which is probably the thing that you're referring to when you talk to me.
I want you to refer to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him. His last sermon, he said, "No Arab is worthy than a non-Arab."
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
In his last sermon, where did he mention the Chinese?
That's what he means, a non-Arab.
So non-Arabs.
Yes.
Okay. So he claims that there are Arabs and non-Arabs.
Yes.
But then he also specifies red and black. Correct? In that sermon, right?
I don't believe that. Where do you get?
That's that's what the sermon talks about. The red man is not greater than the black man. X, Y,
We're
and Z.
equal in front of
Okay,
Allah. Yes.
so if non-Arabs encompasses everybody else, why did he mention black and whites?
Black and white.
Or black and red, which means white in the Arabic. What about the Chinese and the Afghans and the Indians and the Inuits and the Native Americans? What about them? They don't count?
Excuse me, sir.
Okay.
But Islam is
'Cause-
against racism.
Well, if Islam
look.
if Islam is against racism, it appears to be restricted to three groups:
Look, I'll
Arabs, non-Arabs,
And the red.
and then black people, and then red or white people.
Can I
So
give you-
is that why you feel comfortable insulting my friend? Because he wasn't mentioned in the sermon.
Can I just say something?
Please go ahead.
Look, for example, you're questioning my sanity, and many people have questioned my sanity here.
I
but
see
it's
why.
It's passions. Sometimes
It's
passions.
not passion.
It's passion, sir.
You appear erratic, my friend.
No, it's not erratic.
You can't even control yourself.
I can actually. I can. We're talking perfectly normal here. We're talking
Well,
normal.
then why wouldn't you answer my questions?
I have answered your question.
You haven't.
You've directed me to apologize to him.
Yes.
But I've explained myself. I said he touched the buttons. When I say touch
Okay,
buttons,
just because somebody disagrees with Islam does not then mean that you have the right to start racially abusing them. For example, if you disagree with Christianity, I wouldn't racially abuse you. I'd tell you you're wrong and tell you why you're wrong, but I wouldn't racially abuse you.
no, but look,
So, in the same way that
look.
somehow you were willing
Can I
to
explain my-
apologize to me,
okay, can I explain
For
myself?
some reason.
Can I explain myself?
apologize to him too.
Look, no, but you're directing me. If you're directing me like that, no, I will not do that. But let's.
what do you want me to do?
let's-
Force you?
No, let's keep discussing.
Hold your hand?
Let's keep
What do you want me to
discussing.
do?
Let's keep discussing. It was wrong of me to call out the people from the Asian,
I
from the
agree.
Indian subcontinent.
I agree.
Okay, I'll say because look, can I just explain myself? I've worked in many places, my three former workplaces, and I had the same issue with the same people from the same area of the world, and it's not right for me to call them out like this, like what I did today. But sometimes, whenever I had the same experience, it just brings me back memories, you know. So has nothing to do with it. I know that. Okay, I'm just still explaining myself here. My 2016, same thing. I had the issue with Bangladeshis and Pakistanis. Okay, we've moved from that. My second workplace, same thing. I had this issue with the Indian Christian, my former Indian Christian manager. But I resigned on the spot. I told my Ghanaian manager, I'm resigning because I have no time for office politics. That's the second one. But the third final one, and they always say, third time is you become lucky. This time I knew I kept this journal of any problems I had in the workplace. I was there for nearly 2 years, and then luckily the employment tribunal has given. I've won my settlement against my former employer, and who did I have the same problem with? People from a specific area of India called the Gujarat. So look, this is wrong for me. I don't think he's from Gujarat. I've spoken to him before in a normal way, and I've said to him, we've had discussions before. But today, I just was triggered about something he said about Muslims. You can't say Muslims are from Pakistan. Muslims are from all around the world. So look, it was wrong of me to specifically direct my hatred. It's not hatred, but for me, I say it's prejudice. I should work on that because we're humans. We're not flawless. So I will apologize to you at the end, but I'm not a racist. But can I just give you another thing? Can I just add one more point to that? Don't question a person's sanity. That's not good because they've said it to me here. And I've learned from my mistakes. I don't really give Speaker's Corner 5-10 minutes because I have the same arguments. Somebody will say like this, and then I point it out. That's not right. Nobody likes the truth. that's wrong of me to say that. I will apologize to him. But look, you directed me like a teacher. I don't like to be directed like a teacher. Sorry, you directed me like a teacher. You're not my teacher. I know what I've said and the way I've behaved is very wrong. Yes, you hear the way I'm talking. But we had a good discussion here, and I want to apologize again to you as well. You're not a slave. It's wrong of me to say that. But why I said that, you were, rather than you being in the middle, you were sticking up for him. You know that? Yep.
That's my friend. I know that he would not attack you racially, because if he did that, I would reprimand him for doing so.
He was attacking Pakistanis, actually. He was attacking.
He wasn't attacking Pakistanis in the way you were attacking him. But I guess it's a good place to leave it. I accept the apology.
I will apologize. We've spoken before, but it's just I was passionate. But he just triggered me. Look, I told him, look, to go tell that to the Pakistanis, and then that's how it started. It's wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong with me. Look, look. When I say freedom,
I would say work on that.
Yes, it's a work in progress.
You can.
My work coach, she told me this.
You did
I told her, I didn't specifically say that I've had a problem.
No one's perfect.
Can I give you my work coach?
I agree with you.
You know what the advice she gave me? She said, look, you have to, whatever that goes to your ear, you have to let it go through the other ear. If you don't agree with it, just walk away. Because the way you're going, she told me, my work coach, my life coach, she said it's going to keep building up, and then you'll have problems in the courts system. And you know this country, if you don't respect the law, I try to respect it. I know it's wrong of me to say bad things about people from India. A lot of my friends are from India. I can't say all Indians are the same because it's a big country. There's geographical differences. But at this time we're living in India, there's major problems for the Christians, for the Muslims, for the Sikhs. You go ask any Indian. It's a Hindu ideology called Hindutva. So even himself, if you go to India, they don't like Indian Christians. I lie, ask him. It's wrong. I will talk to him. I will work on this. But I want to apologize to you again. I shouldn't call a person a slave because I don't know your history. I don't know where you're from. It's the first time we've spoken. But you question my sanity. I don't like that. I'm perfectly sane. It's just that I was triggered, and it's just brought back memories of my very good jobs that I had, my 3 previous jobs. So that's why now I've learned to better work for yourself. Better to work for yourself. Why be micromanaged by other people and have the same problems in the workplace? So it's not good of me to do that because Islam is against racism. I'm not racist. Look, I'm not racist, excuse me, and to you as well, excuse me, young man, I'm not racist against the English or the white man or whoever. It's just I had trauma and memories, bad experiences in the workplace. So that just triggers, and I told him, please, talk about Pakistan to the Pakistanis. I'm not from Pakistan. So that's not nice. So why he was talking about Pakistan? Because India and Pakistan are the biggest rivals. Even now, they have good relations. So it's wrong of me, but I know why he said that, because Pakistanis, majority are Muslim. But then again, I don't like the way they treat Christians in Pakistan. It's not good. So look, see the way I'm talking. You have to be fair. The people the way you behave with another person, you have to behave in the right way. So I will apologize to your friend, but I will take back everything I said to him. But you must explain to him, this guy, he had bad experiences with specific people from India.
You said, but like your work coach said, I don't think that warrants you then going and then abusing others.
No, I will never do that again. I will never.
You can disagree, but I don't think abuse is necessary.
Yeah, I agree with you, sir. Young man, I agree with you. Please, I'm not a bad person.
I didn't say you were a bad person, but I said what you were doing was certainly bordering.
Okay, yes. But look, sir, young man, you said you
were
going to call
I'm not a sir.
But look, I'll tell you.
I'm just David.
It's not, look, why I said that. Look, I always see whenever I'm walking around in London or even traveling around Europe, I see always our people, the darker person that has mental health issues. So I don't like that when somebody says, "Oh, you have a sanity problem." I've worked with people who are, even now, I care for my mum's brother who is schizophrenic. So I always give him his medicine. He always forgets to take his medicine. So look, I work with people who are
what I'll say
fit.
then is,
so look, I
empathize.
Yeah, I'm perfectly sane.
However,
I will apologize to him.
If you have all this stuff going on in your life,
I should leave it alone.
I don't think the corner. I'm not instructing you, but I'm just saying, in the corner there are very heightened emotions. I don't think this is the best place for you to be if everything else.
I've spoken to him before, so I will apologise to him in my own time, but I'll take back everything I said. But I'm not racist. It's just that
again,
it's a memory.
You've explained what happened.
Yeah.
I'm just simply,
triggers,
I'm just simply telling you
so
that
like,
this place is very heightened. So if you have these issues and you're going to come here, then I don't see the point of you coming here when you know somebody's going to trigger you.
Yeah, I'll avoid it. Yeah. No, but look, I didn't like what he said. Look, Pakistani should respond to what's happening in Pakistan. I'm not from Pakistan, and the Indian should respond to what's happening in India. Likewise, I'll talk about where I'm from, and you should talk about where you're from. Look, I respect the British law in this country. I'm very careful, but I won't apologise to him. Like you said, he's your friend. That even if I don't apologise to him officially, but just give him the message that this guy has had issues in the workplace.
If you mean it, then just go and talk to him. He's not going to turn you away. Yes, he's upset, but if you apologize, he will say, "I'll forgive you." He has to actually as a Christian.
Yeah, forgiveness is very important. Because I always forgive even my enemies.
That's very Christian of you.
Yeah?
That's very Christian of you.
No, Muslims is like that, It's best to forgive. Muslim, Islam, you have to practice forgiveness. David, excuse me. I'll take that back. I don't know what his name is, but I would apologize to him. Like even today, I spoke to one guy from last week. I was rude to him, and I just said to him, "Hey, hello." We shook our hands. I was wrong. I said that bad word as well. Again, I called him a mulatto, which is not a good word. You know what mulatto means?
I stopped going straight for the racially insensitive terms. I stopped doing that. That's not a good way to go.
Yeah, but I will apologize.
Like I call someone like an O for something. Like, you don't have to call them like a racially insensitive term.
Will he accept my apology? I don't know.
Mike.
Excuse me. So, look, I've explained myself to your friend, David. I had bad experience. I've spoken to him before. You're talking about Pakistan. Look, I know with India and Pakistan, they're rivals. And for me, I don't need to speak up for Pakistan, what's happening in Pakistan. But you're a Christian, and I respect you. And I want to take back the bad words I've used against you. Because I know my mistakes. I think we've spoken before. And I've said it before as well. It's true. Actually, I shouldn't be racist against Indians. Indians actually work very hard. That's how they reach Christians. I have no problem with that. But I've had bad experiences in my 3 workplaces. I've worked. I had the same issue. I've said it to you before. It's mainly from people from Gujarat. Very not easy to work with. So look, I don't know what part of India we're from. India is a very big country and it's very diverse in its culture, in the faiths they follow.
More than 1 million people.
No, I know. Some of my family have even been educated in Pune, in Maharashtra. So look, I'm racist, but you have to just you triggered me, and I know you are thinking Islam and Muslims. You can do that. You can say whatever you like. I don't care what you say about Islam, but
I was not attacking Islam.
Pakistan,
I was not attacking Islam. What you were saying is, you have priests and you have who are raping children. I said, yeah,
it happens in every faith. It happens in every faith.
No attack on Islam.
Yeah, but it happens in every faith. I'm not going to lie to you. Of course, it's going to happen in Islam. It happens in every faith. But I want to apologize to you and take back the words that I used against you. I have no problem. Like your friend. No, sorry. Excuse me. No. Your friends told me that you're friends and you're a Christian. And Christians, they always accept forgiveness. So I hope you've taken my apology.
We have to, otherwise we're lying.
Look, I've been advised as well to work on this. Whatever, if somebody says a bad word to you or whatever, just let it go through your ear. It's what my life coach told me before. Otherwise, it's going to keep building up. So I'm not. Most of my good friends actually are from India. So look, I should be wrong to pinpoint and say all Indians are the same. That's wrong. That's stereotyping. Can I say all black people are the same? No, I can't say that. Can I say all the white people are the same? No, I can't say that. Because look, why I just said that sometimes now, when we were having the election in this country, I saw that the rhetoric in the media was building up, and it was always targeting people that are coming on the boats. Sometimes the people that are coming on the boats, I know they're economic migrants, but at the same time they're fleeing war, you know. So it wasn't nice. I remember what Braverman was saying, and Peter Patel, and Rishi Sunak. That's not nice. We should always look out for ourselves, because we have the same strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in this country. This country is not easy to live in. The system is not easy. And I'll give you another example. Like this kid kid now that killed the kids in
Stockport.
yeah. In the beginning, they're saying he was Muslim. He wasn't Muslim. The kid, you know how many years he was suffering from bullying, racial bullying. You know that builds up. Like for me, imagine if this built up for me for how many years, I could be violent. That's not good. Violence doesn't solve the problem. It's not the end to a mean. Like people have to understand. Even with this kid called Axel, look, even his father was trying to stop him. He couldn't. The whole system failed him actually. But they're blaming him. And look at the picture that even they put on the media. They make him look like a very bad picture. That's how I tell you, this country is very, the system is very racial. Because
I think this person had mental health issues. So I wouldn't put
he wasn't mental. I don't think he was mental. It's autistic. He was autistic.
Definitely mental.
He was autistic.
As you said,
he's autistic.
He had all these things.
No, but he's autistic.
Yeah, he's autistic.
No, they even send him to the they send him to the prevent program. Prevent if they see a child in schools viewing some bad videos or whatever, they refer him to the police. So this young kid was found by the system. But they're trying to say, oh, it was Muslim that did this. That's how the riots broke out. But I thank God, he was not Muslim. He was a Catholic. He was brought up by Rant. His family were practicing. Actually, they left.
In this case, his religion doesn't matter because he did become Muslim. But
no, he didn't become. He did not become Muslim. He's not a Muslim. You know, I'll tell you why I say he's not Muslim. His mum.
Anyway,
I know people. I know you're talking to him.
No, I'm done.
Don't say he's a Muslim. Don't say he's a
I'm
Muslim.
done.
Where did you get evidence? He's not Muslim. Why I say that? Because his mum, I tell you, and his father, they were Catholics, and now they're born again Christians. They're born again Christians. They're born again Christians. He's not Muslim. He's not Muslim. He's not Muslim. No, but he's not Muslim. But look, I'll give you the fact. He's not Muslim. The media tried to say make out as Muslim. He wasn't Muslim. Come on. His family are Rwandans. Rwanda, the majority of the people are Catholics. Or even now, Catholics.
That doesn't negate the fact that he can become Muslim, but okay.
No, he didn't become Muslim.
If you insist.
He's not Muslim. Where's the evidence? This is the thing. He's not Muslim.
If you insist.
So this is the thing. I think this is the group. Are you connected to the Bob's group? Bob the Builder? Well,
we're all Christians.
No, Bob is a fundamentalist.
Okay, well.
You know why I say he's a fundamentalist? Have you not seen the way he expresses himself?
So
he's got mental issues himself.
I understand.
You know why I say that? Because see the way he talks in the park.
I understand that there are people that find Bob intimidating.
He is intimidating, yeah.
And that is an issue, I would say, with the people themselves.
He associates with?
I personally,
he was sticking up for Tommy Robinson.
I personally don't find Bob intimidating. I talk to Bob and we're friends. So if you guys find him intimidating, then that's a problem with you guys.
I think he's the type that
not him.
So no, but him. I think he's the type that influences like people like that commit massacres. Why I say that?
Well, I mean, you first have to, in the same way that you were advocating for evidence for the actual kid, you're going to have to find evidence of somebody committing acts of terror in Bob's name. And you can't find that.
But he's very extremist. He is very extreme.
Well, Bob doesn't advocate for violence. He doesn't advocate for slaughtering people.
But he hates Islam.
I think that's fine. Islam is a collection of ideas. And so if you want to decry a collection of ideas, then you can. People hate Christianity. I don't think they should be like jailed for it.
No, but who hates Christianity? Nobody hates
Islam does, for example.
No.
Even in the Quran, there's very few positive things said about Christianity or Christians. Maybe there's like 3 things, but then there's many negative things said about it. So I wouldn't.
Yeah, but Bob is not a real Christian.
Well, you see, that would first entail that you know what Christianity even is to begin with.
But he's an apologist. He's a very...
yes, but you know, Christians...
Apologist. You know, remember what happened to Hatun? Hatun, I know Hatun very well. I used to speak with Hatun. I used to tell her, look, be very careful. The images you bring here, someone will react. She used to show me those images.
Okay, so
what
needs to happen then is you need to find somebody.
Hatun was stupid.
Well,
another apologist.
I don't agree with that actually.
She was stupid.
Because ultimately, I don't believe that because you say something, then that inquires somebody to then try to stab you as a result. For example, our previous conversation just now. I don't think that any of the things you said, even though I disagree with, are an offense that requires you to be stabbed as a result. So whoever tried to stab her too,
that's wrong.
Should be thrown in jail.
Okay, that's wrong. you know, I like I told you, I've spoken to her a few times. I just tell her, look, these images, these will get you in trouble. Be careful. You know this place. Most of the youth that come here, they're acting the wrong way. Even myself, I've acted the wrong way today. But I told her many times, show me those images. These are very dangerous images. People like even Shalini, is that Shalini? I know Shalini. Shalini, where I used to work in Victoria, she acts normal when she's in Victoria. But here, when she comes to Speaker's Corner, she says Muhammad this, Islam this, Muslim is this. Look, she has a right to say whatever she wants in Speaker's Corner. Look, like you said, Speaker's Corner is there for people to have discussion, to have debate. You may not agree with what I say, I may not agree with what you say, but I think most of the time now here, since I think Corona, people have become, Speaker's Corner has become very divisive. That's why I try to stay clear of, what did I tell you before? I don't come here to talk about religion. I even like now, I was talking to one guy I met before in Kilburn. I told him, look, I'm just here to pass through. I don't want to talk about religion. I want to talk about other subjects that are more interesting. Because with religion here, I don't support Shamsi, I don't support Adnan Rashid. I know them all by their names. Ali Dawah and Muhammad Hijab, all these Muslims that come here with their egos and they're all looking out to outdo each other and to get YouTube views. And at the same time, people like Bob the Builder, he can say whatever he likes, but I just say, why I say the way he's talking, if he was a sincere Christian, most sincere Christians, they don't have time for Speaker's Corner. Let's be honest, they're all going to church with their families or doing something in their community. They'll stay clear of it. Have you ever seen a archbishop or a bishop?
I don't think.
Have you ever seen them ever come here?
I don't think every Christian needs to come here.
Yeah, you're right. Like you said to me as well.
There's a select few Christians.
I don't have to come here.
Who have the appetite for performing this activity. That's fine with them.
You got me excited. Can I just say I'm sorry again? I'm not a bad person.
It's okay.
No, I'm not a bad person.
I've heard you.
You're not a bad person.
I've heard you.
Yeah, sorry.
I am not holding you to being some kind of negative person.
Yeah, I was wrong. But I explained myself.
I did, like I said.
I explained myself.
It does appear that if you know you get triggered, then I wouldn't come here where.
Like this guy, last week I was rude to him. I said sorry to him, but he accepted my apology today.
If it's a recurring theme, then I just wouldn't come. Personally.
I was just going to say sorry to this guy again. Sorry, because
that's.
I just proved I'm not.
I'm glad you're in the mood to ask for forgiveness. That's amazing. That's great.
Can I say sorry again to you again? That's the third time.
Actually, this is the sixth time, but I'll take it. I've heard you.
I explained myself.
Water under the bridge.
Sorry,
So
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry, David.
Have a nice day, Adam. All right.
So sorry to him as well.
Will do. All right. I don't even think I can wrap that one up. Okay. There's a fine line between hate speech and freedom of speech. If you're like attacking people over their like characteristics, age, race, religion, ethnicity, you're like disability, you're like bordering on like hate speech. You can't just say you hate all X people. You can hate ideologies, which is fine. Ideologies aren't people, even though people might hold ideologies to be very sensitive. But when you run around saying things like that, I don't think that's a good idea. So hopefully he calms down and doesn't come here anymore. That's about it.